And we are here for a main slate today. Not a lot of games going. We got six in the NBA, and that is the Kings and the Rockets. And they're not in the main slate. Everyone else is. Before we get to today, yesterday was a complete bust. I mean, no value players really did their jobs at all. And Kelly Oubre is just in a god awful funk. I mean, your CJ, Steph, and Gobert were really great. Foul trouble and Gobert, which was unfortunate. Royce O'Neal did not get to what he usually does. It was not great. It was not great. It was not a great day. So guess what? It's a new day. And that's what we really want. So we are going to go take a look here at this 5-gamer. There are a good amount of value plays today, unlike yesterday. I'm taking a completely different approach to this slate, though, and I do not think I'll have more than one player under the $15 threshold today unless more things open up. Let me go to a player I personally hate, but you do have to, you have to give him credit for getting almost 40 minutes. If Alec Burks is still out, this will be a good sign that he'll probably still be in between that 35 to 38 minute range, Reggie Bullock. So just keep a close eye out for that. At $10, I mean, you have to respect him starting and getting those minutes. I mean, he's just going to reach value. Just going to happen with that many minutes. And he was awful. He was literally the worst player on the floor this game, and he still got over 20 fantasy points, which you're looking for at $10. So Bullock, a great value. Another guy I'm really high on. He's getting limited minutes, but his usage is insanely high when he's on the floor. Insanely high. So let's not if he got 25 to 30 minutes, Cole Anthony would be my favorite value play. Let's pause real quick and just wait for to make sure Terrence Ross and Fournier's got back spasms. Ross has got some sort of lower extremity injury, I believe. Just make sure either one of those guys is out. We want one of those guys out. If both Fournier and Ross are playing, you can expect Anthony to be playing between 15 and 19-ish minutes. And he's been super efficient in it. Super efficient. I mean, he's balling out and doing everything. Like I said, the usage is high when he's on the floor, but just pay attention to that. I like Cole Anthony. I love him a lot better if one of those guys is out, which is Ross and Fournier. This is $15. However, if this is where you land as your cheapest player today, you're doing a great job. I like Seth Curry. The minutes are a little it looks like there's been some blowouts. I haven't really watched any Philadelphia this year, actually, which is weird. I usually have a lot of players on my teams, but haven't rostered one Sixer this year. This is a great value play. I mean, he's just so safe. I would say of all the value plays I'm giving you today, he's the safest. If you can get there. And then another guy that just keeps showing that he can reach his value at such a cheap price is Josh Hart. Ingram got ejected in this game, so I don't expect him to get that. And he did play in Toronto. They've already played Toronto. He had 26 minutes. Did all right. Not my favorite value play, but he's definitely someone you can keep a close eye out. He definitely can reach value. Who else do we want? We want one of the holidays. There's two holidays here. Justin Holiday. I don't think he'll end up starting, but I'm interested in one of these guys, depending on who they start. I think it'll be Aaron Holiday. I mean, he played 22 minutes in that warrantless game. I think that he could be a really good value at $10. If he's starting, he'll probably be my favorite value play pending the news in Orlando. So keep an eye out for Aaron Holiday. That's a that's a good value play. And we've played him in past years, and he's always helped us out there. And then you got your last value play in Bismack. He's been a value play for quite a while now. And this might be where we have to go, guys. This might be where we have to go. I mean, it's a huge team in the Sixers. Biombo's going to have to be out there. I mean, doesn't he? He has to be out there, guys. He has to be out there. If he's not out there, I mean, Embiid's already going to roll over these guys, but I mean, it would be watching basically a high school basketball game if he's not out there, because Embiid will just literally step and drop it in the bucket, essentially. You know, last night when I was looking at this slate, I wasn't too excited about Bismack, and now more and more and more, I'm really liking him. And he's, besides Curry, I would say Bismack is the safest. Holiday's got upside, but there's just so many usage players in Indiana where Holiday really has to have an efficient game. So I think this is where we're going to want to be, is the safest play today is going to be Bismack against Philadelphia. You can't go wrong, guys. I mean, he's going to have to be out there, and he's going to have to be a contributor. He's going to have to block some shots. He has to get boards. If he doesn't get 10 boards, like I said, it's going to be kind of like a high school game. I see something like this up against a big Memphis team with J Val. I think we'll see something similar. Okay, so if you want to be really safe today, lock in Bismack. Okay, all the other value plays I went over are solid value plays. Let's move on to our core plays today. Okay, let me show you guys something on this slate, though, before I get into the core plays. I'm sorry, but I have to do it. The small forward position. You have to roster a small forward, correct? If you're going to pick, and I say this, I don't think you should have more than one value play this slate. That's how I'm going to personally play it. There's a lot of ways you can play it, though. So it's really how you want to build your roster. That's what's so cool about this 5-game slate. There's a lot of routes. You could go stars and value / scrubs. I won't be doing that. I'll be building a very balanced lineup today. But the small forward position is the key, okay? Because it is a humongous drop off after the first two. You know what? Miles Bridges, I can't trust him quite yet because he's not getting upward of 30 minutes. He could have that game like he did against Dallas, but he was so efficient. In 29 minutes, 20 and 16, he's going to be a good player. Both Bridges brothers are turning out to be quite spectacular, but you're betting your life on that. So I would say these four realistically have some, and by the way, just looking at this now, it looks like Ross is playing today. So that's lowering Cole Anthony a bit already. But yeah, it's just such a large drop off, guys. So, I mean, if you're going to go OG or Miles to save about $11 to $14, you better hope for the two, Hayward or Ingram, to have a bad game and one of these guys to have one of their better games. Okay. Now, OG did have 31 against New Orleans in the first game of the season. He had a lot of defensive stats. Unfortunately, I believe I've played OG in the San Antonio and the New York game, and he has been burning me. I can't get him right. So congratulations if you get him right today. I don't think I'll go there, which means I think you need to pick between the two. There's no way I'm going Gordon Hayward against Philadelphia. So this brings me to my first core play is Brandon Ingram at $35. He had 60 fantasy points against Toronto in the first game. I do not expect that. You should not expect that this game. However, I like that they haven't raised it anymore, $35. He's taking a ton of shots, which I like. He's not going to contribute too much in the defensive category, but since he's shooting so much, he's going to be able to get you a few dimes. and he's going to be able to use some boards. I mean, look at this. He's averaging 7 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and 22 points. And then as a coin flip for a block, and a little bit better chance of a coin flip for a steal. So I really like Brandon Ingram today. He's my core play because of that small forward issue, and I'm not going to be punting small forward. That's just the route that I'm going today. So this is a great play. He got ejected, guys, by the way, and this was a blowout. So if they keep this game close, he's going to get 35 minutes. Love Brandon Ingram in 35 minutes. My next core play is someone that was a core play for me before he got scratched because he decided to not follow, team rules, and he walked off the court after I believe it was fouling out. So he got punished and got sacked last game. Pascal Siakam, love him at $31. Love him at $31. Okay. It's just underpriced. He played 38 minutes in the first game against New Orleans, only had 32 fantasy points. I would love to have more than 32 fantasy points. I think that he'll give us more than 32 fantasy points, and he had no defensive contributions that game. You're going to see more defensive contributions from Pascal generally. So I see this as a game where he can really show off for us and get us upward of close to that 40 fantasy points today. I really love Pascal Siakam. Just an overall great play. Another position that we got to be getting our knee shaking here. One of our value plays in Bismack is here. Okay, so I'm not going to go over that. By the way, guys, but if you do have Bismack as your value, don't have him be your only center. Okay, that's an L. This gets really interesting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that I think are realistic options. However, I don't like Larry Nance. He's playing a ton of minutes. Here's the thing. $38, 46 and 46. These guys, if you're getting to these guys, you're going to be punting more than one player today, and that's going to be a little risky, I believe. I don't think I like that route this slate. And if I had to choose between Larry Nance and Turner, it's going to be Turner. He's already played New York and had a fantastic game in only 28 minutes. He had that 8-block game, which was just absolutely fantastic. But look at this, man. I mean, he's playing great. He's going to get you defensive stats just crazy. And if he scores, it's just a plus. I like that he's pretty safe to me. I don't think that he's going to get you less than 30 fantasy points. I think he can get you upward over 40 fantasy points. Anywhere between 30 and 40, I think, is the green for him. Green area for us if we get Miles Turner. So I really love Miles Turner here. I will be looking at Larry Nance all day, though, because he is intriguing. He definitely could pop and hit huge. But, he's just a little more inconsistent than Turner is. But I would expect that his minutes will be more than Turner's. So this is interesting. Okay, guys. This is really interesting. We'll have to kind of see how that's going to play out. Okay, but Turner's my guy right now. And then I believe I've got one more core play for you guys today, and that's going to be Depot today. Great play, losing TJ Warren, usage bump. For everyone on that offense. And now it's really going to be, Sabonis is going to get his usage. It's going to be insane, but Victor's is also going to be insane. I think he'll be 1B in terms of DeMontis and Depot in scoring options, 1A and 1B. I'm loving his minutes in close games. he's going to get you some defensive stats. I love the 21, 5, and 4. Great play. Again, I think the green window for him is anywhere between 30 and 40 fantasy points a day, and I think he hits that. He has not been below that all season. I don't think that will stop against New York, who he's already played against with 28 minutes with 34 fantasy points. So that's going to do it today, guys. Again, I'll be building a pretty balanced lineup today. So it's just how it's unfolding. I'm very excited to see some of these star and scrub approaches on today's slate as well. Let's go out there and win some money, guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. Adios.